Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Welcome to a reading by me, Cindy, with me, Cindy. So, Spirit has been nudging me over and over again, to do some zodiac readings. And I put the camera on, and of course, being Aquarius, you're getting this first. I was like, all right, I'll do it. And I sat here, the camera was rolling, so of course that's all been edited out. And I just thought, I don't know what it is about going back to doing the zodiac. And then I pulled a couple, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm always honest with you guys. There was an Aquarian who accused me of not admitting I was human. God, I'm so human, it's painful. But, so I pulled out a card from a deck that I use, a very personal deck. And, you know, because I sat here and I thought, I can't do the reading. What am I going to do? So this is sort of like the intro to why this is happening. It's like I'm feeling nudged constantly by Spirit to do this. And I'm like, oh. And I think it comes down, oh yeah, anyway, so. Okay, so this is what I got. The meaning of the card that I pulled, saying, okay, just give me something. Just give me some advice, Spirit. I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to do this, but then there's a part of me that's just so hesitant to do it. This card indicates that this is time. Your senses are heightened and you have the ability to tackle and solve those issues that have been nagging you for quite a while. You will also be called upon by those in need of advice and wise counsel. Be truthful and cognizant of their feelings. Oh, I was like, okay, so I guess. And then I got the heart card here. I was like, I have to put my heart back in it. I don't know why it's not. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. What did this one say? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to receive and give love, okay? So I'm giving you love. I expect to get some back. No, it's not like, I never do that, no. That's not how it works. It's not how it should work, actually. Okay, Aquarius, so here I am. I got that card, I thought, oh man, I'm really gonna do this. So this is what I'm gonna do. I want to, like, this is important to me, to keep it really clear. I just feel like we're in a big shift, so I'm shifting. So maybe this is part of the process. I know I've been shifting. I've been doing a lot of my own hermit mode. I've been doing a lot of rest, a lot of just pulling away and contemplation. And I really feel like my intuition has opened up quite a bit in the last few weeks. So there was a reason for pulling away as well. So I'm coming back to do them. I want to stick with a very basic format because I want to introduce the reading in such a way that someone can feel if this resonates or not for them. I think that's important because everyone's on a different journey, and whether you're an Aquarian or a cross watcher or whatever, I want you to see if this resonates with you. So what I'm going to do is sort of, I'm stealing this from the Oak Men, who told me to do a reading about this for the collective, is past, present, future. Okay, it's not exactly like their reading, it's different cards. I do start with the Energy Oracle deck. But, so we're going to go into the past. We're going to go into the present. And then we're going to see where the energy that you are using, harnessing right now, what sort of future that's projecting you towards. You can choose whatever future you want. You can change the direction of this future. It's not set in stone, okay? So let's not do that. And it could only be a future that's coming up until you get to the next cycle, the next shift for you. And it could be a completely different future, right? That's how it works. Let's do it, okay? Let's do an Aquarius. Past, present, future for Aquarius. Oh, they want to do it that way, do they? Okay. They're throwing cards out at me. Wow. And they came out in a nice order. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. Interesting. I'm not going to show you anything until I get it all shuffled out. So that was my Energy Oracle deck. 3 cards came out. I'll show you the bottom. Blossoming Abundance is the bottom. So there's a little to keep you in. Blossoming Abundance is the underlying. I imagine that's going to be quite a bit for everyone. I feel like we're going through a shift right now to really get people on track to what is meant for them. Your cards start off not so great and they get pretty good. I'm just going to say that. Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I look washed out today. Yesterday I looked green and I look washed out. Oh. Ooh. Another nice underlying card. The Black Egg. Okay, in your past, if this resonates with you, we've pulled out Financial Constraints and the Stingray. Financial Constraints and the Stingray. I'm going to be pulling tarot out on these cards. To give you an idea of the Stingray can represent, well, for the most part, it does represent to me like your chakra, your energy centers in your body, and something being imbalanced within you. Energetically, something being imbalanced within you, and that was likely having an effect on your finances. Maybe not having the confidence to do something, to move forward with something, losing your confidence because things changed all around you, finances changed, like it just changed. It just felt like physical changes outside of you affected you physically, internally as well, okay? That's your past. Your present. You have Yin and Yang and the Phoenix. Beautiful, Aqua. Beautiful. So, in your present, you will likely be feeling like your energy is shifting. You may be going through emotional ups and downs. You may be feeling really great one day and then feeling down the other day. You may be feeling a little bit aggressive one day and then over nurturing. Like it's literally like the yin and yang energies, but it's with the Phoenix. This is a spiritual rebirth. Your body is going to feel what you're going through on a spiritual level here, okay? So, I see I have all this experience now, so I can tell you this. So, you could be feeling tired some days. You could be feeling very energetic some days. You may be just coming into this energy, or you may be you may have already gone through a lot of it, but it's not done yet. You're in here. You're still in here. There's a lot of fire around this sort of rebirth with the Phoenix. You know, this financial constraint in the Stingray, it does feel very, very turbulent within you. And a lot of people may not even notice it. You may be kind of hiding it, like that poker face really good, just to put on that smile, to keep it positive for others, which is wonderful. That's great. As long as you are recognizing the internal struggle that you're going through with your energy right now. It is a bit of the masculine and the feminine energy that's coming into balance here. It's coming into balance outside of you, around you, in the world right now. You're rebirthing, which is, I want to say, I think, my personal opinion, that is a really good thing to be doing right now. It really is. It's probably the ideal thing to be doing right now. So that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Now, your future. Remember, if this is sort of resonating up to this point, this could be your future. Also, you can change this future by shifting your energy or just deciding I'm not going on this path anymore. Screw this rebirth. I don't want to look into myself. That's okay. You can do that because you're on your own journey. So your future here, you have Man Holding a Heart in the Peacock. I think it's your energy, to be honest. And I think it's your energy in a couple of ways. I think it's your energy. I think it's coming into a wonderful, wonderful balance. It's a progression of what you're going through right now. in having your heart open. It's like you're opening your heart chakra, which is what you should be doing right now. You're opening up your heart chakra. You're leveling up your intuition too with this peacock, but you are going to be in an energy where you are very proud. I want to say this kind of reminds me a little bit of the Nine of Pentacles. How many does she have actually? Or he? 1, 2, 3, 4. Including the eye in the peacock's face, there is 9. So it is like a 9 of Pentacles. I kind of get that vibe from it. Looking really good, feeling really good, looking after yourself and being proud of it and displaying it. And I don't mean displaying it in like a cocky or an arrogant or way like that, like with the ego. This is just, I'm feeling great about myself. I know I have a lot to offer. And I have a lot to receive too. And being in tune to that, this peacock is using its intuition. It's got more than one third eye activated. And it's a crown chakra, actually. Let's just call it that. It's more like the crown chakra. It's not the third eye. It's the crown chakra. It's all above the head. It's feeling very, very connected to source. Feeling very connected to source, which does mean that you are guiding yourself to what is meant for you. And that's the second part I get with the man holding the heart, is it does feel like a romantic connection. I'm always hesitant to go there. There's so many videos about it on YouTube. But it does. And when I say romantic connection, if you've done this sort of work, it's not, this could be, I want to say, you're not going to be drawing towards you something that can't equal up to what you are, to what you have. It is also going to be an equal to the energy that you have here. This is this isn't pulling in false energy, right? That's the importance here. I know so many people go to videos, well, I'm going to hook up with my twin flame or one of my divine masculine or feminine, whatever. It's like, you've got to be the energy of what you imagine that perfect person or relationship or situation to be. You have to be that energy, or it's not going to come to you and be successful. So you're doing that, and you're doing it pretty nice. So if we go back to the underline here, the first deck we used, blossoming abundance. It is like springtime for you. You have planted seeds, but seeds within yourself to grow, and you are about to hatch out an egg. This is like a deep inner truth here. This is the ultimate truth coming from within you, and it's going to be living it. I want to say it's almost like a couple of Ace of Swords being held up, Aquarius, that air energy. It's like a couple of Ace of Swords coming out of you. Let's go to the tarot and see what comes out for each one. I'm going to pull 3 cards for each little section here. Even though like your past is the past, I still want 3 cards on it, because let's kind of get an idea what may have, it helps you with your rebirth here. It gives you a perspective on where you've been. Looking at your past is not something you want to dwell on, but it's something that you can look at to learn from, right? You guys are getting the funniest splits, I swear. Okay, interesting. So the bottom is the Two of Pentacles. There's an awful lot going on in this Two of Pentacles card, though. There's ships coming in. There's a dog coming in with an offer. Yeah, I feel like overall, the reason you're going through everything you're going through is because in the past, you may have been juggling different options and ideas and possibilities and even aspects of your life. That's going to ramp up for you. You're going to have a lot more moving forward in terms of having options and directions that you can go in and offers coming towards you. If you had stayed on the course that you were on, the message that I'm getting, you would not be able to have handled all of the offers and opportunities that will be coming towards you in the future. So going through what you're going through right now is actually building you up to be the person that can handle that and recognize which options and opportunities are really meant for you. And so when you do get them coming in, you will be able to either say, no, that's not for me, or, oh yeah, that's great. And then when you pull in, that's great, you are actually pulling in something that is going to grow and become something even more than something that would have just failed or drained your energy or just felt like a lesson, right? You're blossoming into abundance here. Okay, so the 3 cards you got for your past, you know, we have the financial constraints and the stingray. We have the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. It feels like you were sort of stuck in that energy for a while, to be honest. It feels like you were sort of stuck in that energy for a while, trying to make it better, just trying to make that energy better, that situation better. That I don't necessarily know that finances got tight, but I think you got nervous about your finances for sure. Yeah. You sort of got stuck in that energy of just hanging on too. Nurturing the coin. I really get that with this queen. She's really nurturing the coin here. This Queen of Pentacles. But it is going within. Like, that is kind of going within. I want to say, like, just keeping everything tight. Keeping your family tight to you. Keeping anything you're doing tight. Tight, tight, tight. And we have the Ace of Cups here. And I'm not really seeing that. Like, it's like it's just a roaring new beginning here. You know, it's a funny thing to say, but it feels like the water coming out of this cup. It feels like the water that comes out of this cup actually somehow ignites this phoenix in your present energy, this rebirth. And, you know, I think I can see how that can happen. I'm like, well, how does that actually happen on like a realistic chemical? Wait, how does that happen? It can happen, because when I think about, you know, we used to have bonfires when I was a kid at my grandfather's down at the beach. The one time I learned when I was poked early in the morning, Cindy, that fire is not out. It's like, I poured water on it, Grandpa. What do you mean it's not out? I went down and that fire was not out, but it was roaring that night. We're down there with my friends, and then, you know, poured buckets of water on that fire. So the steam coming up, smoke, poured the water on it. And there's something about, like, you know, combustion, right? When something can just combust, it needs that moisture. It can even be like, you know, at a farm with the manure pile. The mixture of the manure and the hay, if you have the right amount of moisture in there with the heat and the pressure, it can light itself on fire. It absolutely can. And I'm really getting that with this Ace of Cups here. Like, something within you, a very emotional aspect of you, or something that you're going through, was all it was needed to put the moisture onto this, what seemed like was gone, right? Because the phoenix comes out of nothing. It comes out of ashes that look like nothing could burn from it again. So there's an emotional part of you. You were like really hanging on to things here in the past. It knocked your self-confidence a bit, but then it was almost like you allowed your feelings and your emotions to start guiding you, and it has guided you into balancing your energy and having a rebirth here. And what do we have the next here? I'll show you all 3 together. So for your present, you do have the Queen of Swords, the Tower moment, and the Knight of Cups. It's pretty interesting. I will be clarifying these too. I'm going to clarify them. The Queen of Swords is very much your energy, very stable. She sits here with a bull. You know, I really feel like that really Taurus energy, the way this very grounded, immovable force of protection sits with this Queen of Swords, really knowing your truth. I'm sticking with it, by gosh, I'm sticking with it. It's a little bit I want to say present. Now, at what point in your present energy, I kind of feel like, you know, the process that we're talking about here with the Phoenix and the Yin and the Yang, this isn't something that you're just going through this week. Like, no, not this kind of a rebirth. This is something that you may have been going through for the last week or two. You're in it now. You've still got a couple, 2-3 weeks to go, maybe even more in a rebirth like this. I think you're going to, and this is part of the balance I see here, between the mind and the heart. And it's a very natural process. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. You're on target. You're really, like, look at your future, looks really good. So you are going to have another moment, I feel, where that Queen of Swords, this is where the Tower moment and the Knight of Cups comes in. And it's almost like the last part of the ego is dropped here. The last part of ego is dropped. And there's nothing but movement and love and feelings and expression and emotion. And it's quite a happy, like a little leaping out of the water, like diving into the water and leaping up again. Each time you leap up, the cup is full. Each time you go down into your own emotions really deeply, when you come up again, you have so much to give and offer, not just to yourself, but those around you. It's a nice balance. It's an interesting process that you're going through, actually. So, your future. We have the Moon, the Page of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. I think this is pretty cool. I want to say you're becoming a student. It's like becoming a student in the new journey of your life here. Really. The Moon is all about going into the unknown. If you're not Pisces, that's what it is. If you're Pisces cross watcher, that's what your Aquarian is going through, okay? It makes sense to you. Maybe you see it, but that's how I read the Moon card. It can be about intuition and learning and just going forward into the unknown. You know, when the Moon is out, everything looks really weird, except if I'm reading for Pisces. That's their energy. They get it. They can see it clearly. It's almost like the Sun card for me when I see it for Pisces, but you're not Pisces. So it is going into the unknown here. It is, but as the Page of Swords, like asking questions. Why does it look so unusual in that stand of trees at night with the moon and the movement? Is there something really in there? Or is it just the way the moonlight is playing on my eyes? Like wanting to go in and see the unknown. What is it that I was afraid of before? I want to go towards it. And why was that? Why that doesn't bother me now? Like learning about yourself and gaining this new clarity. And it brings you, I want to say, lately when the Six of Pentacles comes out, and this is the thing, like, you know, anyone wants to learn how to read tarot, cards will change periodically. You'll be doing readings and it'll be, okay, this is what this means, that's what this means. And then I'll get a shift. And every single time this card means something. And it's coming up, this new shift I have for this card is, there was something in your life that felt imbalanced before. I feel like it's something that you feel like perhaps you were receiving more than you were giving. You're going to be in not just in a physical sense to be able to give more in a situation than you were before, but on a spiritual and an emotional level too, where it doesn't feel like you're giving more. It feels like you're just bringing balance. It just feels like you're bringing balance. And it's a very, this card, you know, sometimes in the other decks, the person can seem a little bit pompous, like they're above those that they're giving to. It doesn't feel like it in this card. The person has a kind smile. It's really, it fills their heart to be able to offer something to these two people. I'm not going to clarify the past. We've gone into there. Like I said, it's just a good lesson. Let's clarify your present. Tower moment. Tower moment that leads you into the Knight of Cups. This Tower moment for Aquarius. This Tower... Oh, there you are. Hi, nice to finally see you, Aquarius. Oh, you think you knew who you were. That's how we always are. We're all like that. We think we knew who we were. And then something shakes you up and it gives you some time to really look at yourself and everything around you. And by going in, like I said, like you were doing everything right. This is not just to confirm whatever process you're doing between your mind and your heart and your soul and lining up your energies and your chakras. But it's more, it's dropping the ego on different levels every time here to replace it with the true you, to allow you, your inner self, to come through. That's the Tower moment. It's probably the most gentle and unobserved Tower moment by others. But within you, you're feeling it. You're going through it. And that is the dream there. That is the energy to manifest what you want. Remember, your future looks really good. But it's going into a future, I want to say it's a different you. It's really a different you. But it's the you were meant to be. The Knight of Cups. One card and only one card flipped. Monsieur Hermit. And wow, you're getting like all this major arcana. Now that's Virgo energy. That's also, I want to say, going from being Monsieur Madame Hermit and going forward. Being romantic in life. It doesn't even have to be towards something. It's just stepping out and saying, oh, the flowers are so pretty today. They remind me of, like, just feeling and embracing every sense in the way, like every physical sense, the smell of the air when you walk outside, the touch of the wind on your face or through your hair, observing all the different hues of color in the cloud formations, as opposed to being like really internalized. Like finally being able to go and enjoy the external. Romanticizing life almost. Isn't that beautiful? That is really beautiful. I like that. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I can tell why the cards told me to do this. This is nice. Nice, huh? All right. Do you want to know about the moon? Do you want to know about some of that unknown? Some of that unknown. Wow, that is brave of you. Oh, that is very brave of you. Okay, so the moon card gave us the Five of Pentacles. Two cards came out. This one came out first. The Five of Pentacles. Focus. It always has trouble focusing on. Anyways, it's the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is and I'm not laughing at you. Some people are like, why are you laughing? I'm not. I'm laughing at a synchronicity that just occurred in the cards, but I don't want to say it yet because I'll lose my train of thought. So that's what that is. So the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling depleted, very depleted energy, really need to change it. The card that came out after it is what is making me smile, is the Six of Pentacles. 5 to the 6, and the 6 was over here. Right? It's kind of clarifying that whole process. Going into the moon, going into the unknown. There, you may be actually, once you've finished this process, whatever you're doing here, that's giving you personal balance within, really allowing you to hatch out into the person you were always meant to be. The unknown is the energy of this Five of Pentacles. Where does this take me? I feel like you were in the past, you absolutely were in the past with financial constraints. You absolutely were in the past afraid of Five of Pentacle energy. And who wouldn't be? Because it is a little bit of the unknown. It might even be like a lot of times the Five of Pentacles too, when I see it, it tells me the change is there. These people are leaving. They're leaving what was really the depleted energy. So now they're out. So they kind of feel out in the cold, but here's the thing. It only gets better each step forward, because each step forward takes you away from what was making you feel depleted. Right? So, but if you're afraid to go into Five of Pentacles, you continue to stay in the depleted energy, right? Which is like the financial constraints. But you are going through a rebirth here. At whatever point you are in this, maybe you just started it. Maybe like just today, like, oh, why am I feeling like these emotional ups and downs? This is what you're doing. This is what's happening for you. So you're going to not be afraid of the Five of Pentacles. remember I said, like this moon card feels like to me, it represents going into the woods at night when the moon is out. It used to be scary looking, but not anymore. Because now you're the Page of Swords and you learned, you've rebirthed yourself with the Phoenix. You've rebirthed yourself. So now it's learning how to walk again, how to see again, how to smell the flowers, how to feel the breeze, how to be in the present moment. So you're not afraid, because as soon as I walk away from the depleted energy, I know I am now, my present is in a good energy. And there's that Six of Pentacles to prove it to you. There's the guy that seems a little bit pompous. He's a little bit pompous. He's a little bit too fat and everyone else is skinny, and he's just like, you won't even touch their hand. He's just like dropping the coins into their hand. But that's not, I think it's just to clarify the nice Six of Pentacles here. The nice Six of Pentacles. That's all that is. It's just clarifying that. Okay. All right. I want to pull out from my Shawdowscapes Tarot. Just a little advice. I feel really personally, my personal advice to you is you just keep doing this work that you're doing, because you are doing really good things for yourself, which puts you in energy and a capacity down the road to do really good things for others. And you know, what you give is what you receive in the universe. So any guidance? Guidance for Aquarius. One flew out. You keep working on that tower moment, baby. You just keep working on that tower moment. And if you don't remember what that is, it's becoming you. It's going through this whole process of rebirth is a tower moment. I kind of feel like you might be going through a whole bunch of tiny little tower moments over and over again. And that's going to happen when the ego breaks down on so many different levels. And look at the bottom. You have the King of Cups. You are working your way to a very mature, very stable, very grounded, very loving, very feeling, intuitive energy. Oh, what's at the bottom of this one? Oh, the Four of Pentacles. That's okay. You can't do anything about that, right? The Four of Pentacles, right? Not moving, not doing anything, hanging on. But just careful. Just careful. This guy reminds me a little bit of the person who probably owns this cupboard. So just be careful, because when you are sitting here like this, your arms are crossed and you're covering up your heart chakra. So just be careful. You can be in a very quiet, reflective space and slowly release the arms and let the heart chakra open up, right? You can do that. So there you go, Aquarius. That's what I was told to do. So I hope you found it helpful. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.